I'm back here again, coming at you with some more of that sick, sweet Zirkzank says. Whoa, be ready to be blown away. Got the classic prop back from the early days. If you're a die-hard fan, you love Bruce Willis, you'll remember this. No, that was a pun. You see, if you're a die-hard fan of Zirkzank says, but I said die-hard. You know, the film with Bruce Willis in. Yep, I got two of the hats. Obviously, that's why there's one still in the background, and then there's one that goes on the head, but it's too small because it's a kid's hat. Just collecting these from the arcade because, you know, why not? It's fun. It's got Yoda on it. It's like, but he's got a stupid face. Like, that's what you can expect. Top quality content from Zirkzank says. Thanks for watching. No, I went to the Universal Credit place today to try and get me some free money. Well, I mean, if all the immigrants are going to do it, then I might as well do it too. I mean, my parents have actually worked here, and my grandparents have actually worked here, so I feel like, to some extent, maybe I deserve it more than them, even though I think nobody deserves it. However, if it wasn't available as an option, I might be homeless, so I don't know. I don't get any money from it because they don't give money away to just anyone at that place. You got to really work for it by working to find a job. So that's what I'm back to doing now, because obviously didn't find a job. If you remember in the previous episode, let's do a little flashback. Remember that I did a CV, but apparently they told me this was shit. Just like our friend in the previous episode, they said put your personal statement at the top. Well, I didn't really want to because it was so short, but fair enough. I'll put my personal statement at the top. This is CV building with Zirkzank says. You'd always think, well, you shouldn't have to build a CV. You should think that, well, your qualification would speak for itself, but it doesn't. You know, I want to work hard. See, they said don't mention money, so I just took away the bit where it says money. It says I want to work hard and be dedicated to my role. I believe in doing tasks properly. Also, apparently desk endurance isn't a real thing. So, if you're thinking of working at a desk endurance doesn't matter. You can be the weakest, most pathetic, fragile husk of a human being ever, and they'll be fine with that, apparently. So take that out. That's fair enough. Software, well, once again, the person who is explaining to me how to rewrite my CV, obviously because it's not in their job description to know any of these software, really. I mean, I guess they know these ones, but for the rest of them, they can't tell me whether it's worth mentioning them or not. And I would argue that it is, so that's why I kept them there. Experience. I don't have any work experience, but apparently you should just get experience by doing volunteer work. Seems daft, don't give you any money, but here's the kicker. The Universal Credit people will give you money while you go and work for a company for free. So you can do an internship or volunteer work for free, but you still get money for it. So you're not doing it for free, you're doing it for money, but it just doesn't come from the company. That's pretty clever, because that's a capitalist society, a capitalist company taking advantage of a socialist system so that they can benefit. So the government, the system pays the company. The system gives money to the person who's working, and the company gets a free employee. That's pretty clever, I would say. So that's what I've been recommended to do, to get some work experience, because apparently you need to have work experience to do work. Who would have thought? I certainly have had experience writing documents. They assured us that the documents that we wrote for our degree were worthwhile. Apparently not. Putting my experience I have in fact made a load of documents for my course. That's how I got a degree. See, this is how I got a degree. Doing documents. Also making assets. Assets are pretty useful in games. Assets in 3D and 2D and audio. That's another dimension, the dimension of sound. Does this still seem like a sarcastic joke? I might tweak this at some point, but I thought it seemed obvious that if I've done a games production degree and that I know all these software, that's what I would have done on the course. And then in order to pass it, they said mention that you've got change this to from long focus to being just focus. Locus. Yes, keep with the locus. Focus. Focusable. Focused. That's the one. Skills. Time management. Well, they did make us do a bunch of projects. Focused. Time management / project management. University projects required me to make assets in 3D and 2D and audio. Let's put some commas in there. Put in a couple of those Oxford commas, I believe. Cambridge commas. Who cares? University. Don't care. It's bullshit. Have I done everything that's on this list? I would say so. I haven't put my address on there, but then why would I if it's a YouTube video? I'll get rid of this blank page, keep it simple, keep it short, keep it secret, keep it safe, as they say in the Shire. That was a Lord of the Rings reference for you guys. Let's see. I want to work hard and be dedicated to my role. I believe in doing tasks properly. How generic does this sound? It's fucking great, right? What else can I put in here? My university, my education, call it education, has given me a broad range of computer skills and it's not just computer skills and applicable to projects. Broad range of skills on the computer. Done. Send this off. My education is giving me a broad range of skills on the computer and the other places too. That's too much. I want to keep it nice and short. So there we go. That's how to write a CV with Zirkzank. You witnessed it here, folks. That's grade A employable student, straight hot off the press, straight out of university, raring to go. But employers don't see it that way. They see you as inexperienced, which is fair. I wouldn't employ somebody who was inexperienced. But how do you get the experience? It's paradoxical. So that's where I'm at. Back to this. Stuck, unable to escape from this stupid cycle. Doesn't matter, because if I stay in this cycle for like a month and a half, the government will just give me free money. it's not necessarily free, is it? Because I'm having to look for work 35 hours a week. And it's not free because it doesn't just, whoa, it's not like sunlight that comes onto the earth for almost, it is basically free as far as we're concerned. It's free sunlight. It's not like that. Other people are having to put work in and be taxed in order to make it so that I would get that money and everyone else who's on universal credit. It's stupid, but finding a job isn't easy. So where do you draw the line? I would say you draw the line at air traffic. This is something I never had to put up with in Nottingham while making a video. Just random helicopters and planes flying outside. Why? You don't need that. It's just a shitty city. I'm not in a great mood because I'm usually a positive person. Well, no, actually, that's not true. I have like clinical depression almost, but let's pretend I don't. I'm a positive person. This whole scenario feels futile. It's like I'm trying to get a job and get some work, but I can't do it. Does that mean that I need to change something about me to become more employable? Yes, obviously. Something about me screams, we can't employ this guy. Or just that I don't have work experience, or that my attitude, maybe I've got an attitude problem. Maybe the fact that I think that this whole thing is fucking stupid and that the system's corrupt. No. I just think that it shouldn't be difficult to go to a place and say, do you have people here who do stuff that won't be here doing stuff soon because I can do what they're doing? I'll do it better. So they've got enough employees, but when the person when an employee leaves, I'll replace them and do their job better. Or someone's already left and they need someone to fill up that space in that company. So I'll come along and I'll do the job in that company that they need to be done. That's the way I always thought it would be. Applying for work, it's like, hey, you need someone to do a thing. Well, I can do a thing. I'll do it. But it doesn't work like that because they won't let you. They'll say, oh no, we're not looking for you. Well, fair enough. Not looking for me. Go somewhere else where they are. So I go somewhere else, go somewhere else, go somewhere else, go somewhere else, go somewhere else. Keep trying, but none of them seem to accept that. So then what do? You sit around at home making YouTube videos. That's what you do. I'm telling you. It's the best solution that I can find right now to the problem is to complain about the problem and discuss it until a solution comes. That's the ticket. I'm telling you. Doing something is better than doing nothing. That's the way I see it. At least discussing it and bringing it to my mind gets me sort of going in the right direction. And being cynical about it, yeah, maybe that doesn't help, but it might help. Who knows? I know it won't, but who knows? Let's pretend we know that it could be leading to something positive. Making YouTube videos, that's a skill. Talking in front of an internet audience, that's a skill. I could throw that on there. Oh wait, I did throw it on there as a skill called YouTube. They don't care. Nobody cares because they want me to be stacking shelves or flipping burgers, but they won't even want me to be doing that. Like I can repair people's computers, I can install software, I can build computers, I can build games. I can edit sound, I can edit 2D images, I can lift boxes and move them. I can pack stuff into a box. There's a surprisingly, as not being somebody who is like disabled and retarded, I'm capable of doing a wide range of things. And I know it sounds like I'm being a little bit cynical or a little bit entitled or whatever to think, that I should deserve a job. Like, no, I understand. There are definitely a lot of people in my situation who maybe deserve the job more. And as an employer, that's what you want. You want the best person for the job. But how am I supposed to sustain myself without a career, or without a job even? Because a career is different to a job. I understand that. Let's make the distinction here. A job is work you do that you wouldn't otherwise be doing unless you were getting paid for it. And a career is a sort of a lifelong commitment to a specific role that doesn't really end. It just goes on and on and on. And usually it's within something that you trained for a lot and enjoy. I wouldn't mind a job. I wouldn't mind a career. At this point, I've been saying, and they were telling me this at the job centre, try maybe not looking in games because you won't get anywhere. Well, hey, no surprise there. There are only 4 games companies on that games company map that I showed in the previous episode. There are only 4 games companies in Hull. Only one of them has even a person working there. And he said that I was unemployable. That my CV would have worked against me. That I don't have any experience. So, if that's the games market in Hull, a guy telling me to go fuck myself, then I'm going to have to look at different work options. Like McDonald's, they're always hiring, but hey, if I go to McDonald's and say, hey, give me a job, not as like coarsely as that, I'll say, give me a job, please. Add the please on the end so that you know that you're showing a little bit of humility. Maybe they will. The only other option beyond that, I think, is suicide. But even then, that's just going to cost. That's a net negative. If I kill myself, I'm just going to be costing people around me money. So I don't want to do that. Well, I do want to kill myself, but I know that I shouldn't, so I won't. I can step above my basic desires. My basic desire is to kill myself, but I'm a little bit smarter than that, kind of. I'm not smart, I'm stupid, I'm very stupid. But I can step above that and say, hey, killing myself wouldn't be the right option right now. It would fix the problem. I wouldn't need to look for work anymore. It wouldn't even matter that I couldn't get employed if I was dead. In fact, I might get more use, I might provide more usage being dead than if I was alive, because then I give a crematorium a little bit of service. I give a funeral. They won't give me a funeral, okay? So I give a crematorium some service, maybe if I get cremated. I give somebody with a spade a job. They can dig a grave. Maybe if I get a coffin, I give a coffin maker a job for a while. Hey, giving people some work. That's the best I can do. If I can't offer work myself, as in, if I can't be the one doing the work, I can just kill myself and give my corpse up to the host of careers that go surrounding it. Maybe. If I don't make another episode, and you wonder, hey, what happened to Zirkzank? It's because I killed myself. That's why there are no more episodes. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.